So I'm going to do a short tour here and show y'all what an urban permaculture design can look like once it's fully established. So if you're inspired by this, you're too late. You should have started already. It takes years and years and years to practice. This is a beautiful rose bush that we use in our Texas flower blend, and it's literally dancing and hugging with this blue steel cypress tree. I basically tried to reinvent a medicinal botanical gardens right here in the front corner. This is the first thing that you see when you come to our house when you're walking along the sidewalk from north to south. The very first, as Fraser would say, this rose bush is the handshake of the house. So I'm on the sidewalk that's near the street now, and it's lined with all kinds of perennial shrubs. This is woolly bee bush. It's already flowering. We've had a really major decline in our beneficial insects, but I do see bees, bumblebees, moths, and butterflies all over this bush. So that's encouraging. And then if I were to duck under here, this is also another rose we use in our Texas flower blend. It's called Belinda's Dream, and it lives up to its name. It is stop and smell the roses. It's unbelievable. So I'm just in a suburb. This is just our house, but it produces a massive amount of food. This is an ever-bearing fig tree. It's not very old. It's one of the youngest trees on the property, but it's up in the front of the house getting all kinds of western sunlight. There's a woolly bee bush right there. Walking past all kinds of perennial shrubs. Right here we have 2 wicking beds. Right in the front deck, right underneath an oak tree, 2 wicking beds. They have dormant turmeric in it. They have calendula. They have chamomile. All of that we use in our tea blends. And some veggies and things for us. And right down here is a well-established mullein plant, and this is all over our property. Mullein is the main ingredient in Texas flowers. So with that Belinda's Dream and this mullein, we've already made up 50% of what goes in the Texas flower. Everything else is small herbs and flowers. We haven't even gotten to the actual garden yet. This is just the front. This is just the outside of the house, what people see from the sidewalk and the street. It looks like a bunch of overgrown weeds and grass, but it is a green manure cover crop. And what that means, it's nitrogen fixing wild grass and flower plants that are growing right here underneath this beautiful vitex. And eventually I'm going to plant a mulberry bush right here. So I'm nitrogen fixing the ground. I'm also trying to increase that beneficial insect population. And as you can see, those are our 2 cars. That's our house. This is right up front near the sidewalk. This whole lane right here is kind of some of my favorite part of the property. It's a bio-swale catching rainwater that comes down off the house and the driveway. This whole lane right here is a bio-swale. So whatever comes off of this driveway is fed into this bio-swale. That's why everything looks so lush and beautiful. I rarely water this area. I just let it grow. We've got anything from potato patch to perennial herbs. Here's a cilantro that seeded itself and it's going back to seed, and I just let that happen because it comes in our Texas masala blends. Cover crops, clover, all the way down to the ground. We've intentional on every decision that we make, that we're designing not for humans, not only for humans, we're designing for every creature that exists in a biodynamic way, in a restorative way, all the way up to that was the understory. This is the overstory. We've got a coral honeysuckle vine meeting a grapevine. This is the entryway of the garden. And it's so overgrown, I'm gonna have to do some pruning to even get through here now. But we have a grapevine, very well-established grapevine, meeting a coral honeysuckle over an arched pathway that's literally inside the bio-swale. And this beautiful grapevine is already flowering. Pretty soon that'll be full of grapes. A lot of the birds and squirrels get to them, but we do eat them. I just eat them right off of the vine. We don't normally save them. One of my favorite pathways because it would be an unused space where you're storing your recycling bins and garbage cans and whatnot. But instead we made it a walkable pathway with an ugal culture wicking bed right here. That's what that is. And I love this pathway because this is where we do some Surya Vandanam. You can see the sun coming up. Take water in your palm and offer it to the plants and do your chanting. And it begins the little march of the poppy. We've got a poppy forest in our little urban garden. Got all kinds of plants here. Jerusalem sage, lavender, a dormant lemongrass. Nothing but beneficial insect attracting flowers. More mulleins, greens. As you can see, the pathway opens up here. We've got all kinds of poppies. And yeah, you heard that AC unit. It's right here by what would be a wasted space. But instead of wasted space, we're maximizing our potential. So I'm standing in another bio-swale. There's the pathway entry to the garden. And this is a bio-swale. It's surrounded by a giant, very well established grapevine. It's right here. And it's just now growing greens. And it goes all over the back fence back here. Produces enough grapes for the neighbors to eat. It grows over the fence and goes to the neighbors. And just inside the bio-swale is the end of our little poppy promenade. And you can see they're already going to these little buds right here. And you can cut a little sliver into that and the milk oozes out and use it as a numbing agent. It's a medicinal plant and it's also been villainized and demonized, which is one of the reasons why we grow it. Thank you so much, Poppy. We love you. It's just now opening. Some of them are sleeping.